Well, you need some Memorial Day weekend plans. How about learning, growing, and connecting with others over art? The Wheatland Music Organization's Traditional Arts Weekend is happening. It's an immersive experience where you can take workshops on everything from belly dancing to sourdough starters, playing a mandolin, or flower fairies for kids. Far too many to list right now, but you're almost guaranteed to find something that resonates with you and your family. We got Mary Sumner. She's a Wheatland board member and community education committee member. Mary, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Let's talk about the history of this event. It is pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing. So Wheatland Music Organization, many people know the big festival that happens in September. That was the oldest thing. That was the first thing we started to do. But over 35 years ago, some folks decided, let's do something maybe another time of the year. They started sort of thinking, let's put a dance camp together, do some things where we learn different dances, and then it just really blossomed into Traditional Arts Weekend, which is all kinds of things: dance, music, arts, and crafts. So.
Well, let's kind of touch on the list of classes.
Yeah.
It is very, very long. There are so many, but some of the highlights for us.
I think some of the highlights, there's something for everyone, but I also think, especially families enjoying time together, our family would go there and do the family dances. You just learn a dance together. My one son was kind of cranky one year about being there. He wanted to go fishing instead, but he learned how to play. He learned how to play an instrument, just like. And he just started it, and then he came home and he was like, I want one, let's get going, let's do this. So I think that stuff is really fun. We also learned how to play the saw, so old time stuff.
Right? How to play the saw.
Yeah.
And like knitting, but then there's also yoga and very kid-centric activities, lots of crafty fun things there too.
Making ice cream, they're doing, flower wreaths. We're doing a maypole this year. We haven't done one before, so that's gonna be a fun thing as well.
I love that. Well, let's talk about what this feels like to be there, because you're obviously bringing together people who have a common interest in learning new things and being a part of a community.
It's very open. I think there are people who have come every year and learned something new still, so you might feel like, oh, I'm new, I'm not sure, but everybody's so welcoming, especially the dances at night. Everybody comes in, you're dancing. There are several people who will just grab you and go, I'm going to teach you how to do this, or they see you struggling maybe with a couple steps, or like, it's this. They comment and let you figure it out. So I think that's a big part of it. Very welcoming. Everybody wants to learn. They want people to enjoy being there. So there are so many people who just make it a great time.
Okay. And for those who haven't been there, we're looking at pictures. Let's talk about how to do this the right way. I mean, there are day passes. You can get a weekend pass. You can camp. What should people do?
I think it's fun to camp there. You have to be ready there to use porta potties and things like that. So it's like, it is pretty rustic camping, but several people come just for the dances too. You can pay $5, come in for the evening, do just the evening dances as well and kind of experience it. You could do a day pass and just come for one of the days, or some people just drive back and forth if they live near there. It's an hour from here. It's not far.
We're just going to Remus, right?
Just going to Remus. Just going to Remus. Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you think people need to know? I mean, I just love the history, and I love all of these opportunities. I think it's such a cool thing.
I think people just need to know there's so much about our history and our culture that is reflected here at Traditional Arts Weekend, and it's just something that is so fun. And the learning environment, I think it's just super fun to learn these old style activities, and it's really, really fun.
Wonderful. And in addition to this, you say there are events up there all year long. Obviously,
there are.
The big September festival as well. So the website, the place to find all that info.
Yes, wheatlandmusic.org. You can learn about every month. There's a jamboree, so just come in, people bringing their instruments or dancing. But there's also Wheat Scouts for kids. There's that's every month as well. So all of that information is on the website.
Wonderful. You want to meet some new people, learn some new things. This is the weekend to do it. Wheatlandmusic.org. Highly recommend you go. Just look at the assortment of classes there are, these workshops. There are, dozens and dozens of them, and all kinds of interests. So the gates open at 3 p.m. Friday, goes till 11 p.m. on Sunday. You can only get your tickets at the gate, but it's all weekend long. So bring your tent, bring your camper, and make a weekend of it. Wheatlandmusic.org.